So obviously, very, very big news. Last night, LeBron James became the NBA's all-time leading scorer, broke Kareem's record that held for 34 straight years. I'm gonna pass it over to Gio. Very happy LeBron fan over there. Let's see what he has to say about the accomplishment.
One thing is it's very impressive. It was, I believe, Kareem's scoring record withheld 38 years.
It was
So
34.
for what was it?
34.
34 years. So for 34 years, no one was able to break it. Michael Jordan wasn't even able to break it. Karl Malone wasn't able to break it. He was close though. Patrick Ewing, all the greats, right? Especially in the 80s and 90s. Larry Bird, none of those guys could break it. So for me, it was very impressive that LeBron James broke the scoring record, even though he didn't even say try. But all the teams in the past that needed LeBron James needed him to score at some point in time, right? So it's very important that he got this record because it helps his legacy. He's also top three in or top four in passing, right? All time assist leader. So that's very impressive as well. Um, the accolades just keep on building on, and LeBron's legacy keeps on getting better.
Facts. Saya?
Congrats to LeBron for it. It's a big moment in history. I made sure to stay up to see him break the record. Then I went to bed. Um, I it's a big congrats to him. Like I understand they gotta like celebrate him or whatever,
Mhm.
but I really did not like the whole game had to stop. They had to interview him. They had like this whole celebration, this whole award ceremony during the middle of a game. Like they were down 5 points and they're turning up like they just want championship type stuff. I mean, what happened to OKC? They just had to like get kicked out into the locker room and get cold. Like I didn't like that aspect. I think they should have waited till after the game. Um, but congrats to LeBron.
Agreed. I do agree with you. I think they should have waited till after the third quarter. There was only 10 seconds left. Just let the third quarter end, then congratulate him. But I mean, obviously didn't affect the Thunder. They remained red hot and won the game. So, but yeah, I do agree. But definitely big congrats to LeBron James. I personally never thought that anyone would come close to breaking Kareem's record, and I definitely don't think anyone will come close to breaking LeBron's record when it's all said and done. And this just adds to his legacy, like Gio said, and it pushes him that much closer to Michael Jordan. There's only one thing he does not have compared to Mike, and that's the rings. If he does get two more rings, it might be time to push him over MJ.
So you think MJ's still the GOAT?
I think for me personally, after last night, I don't, but I know Gio does.
No, you don't. Come on now.
You guys have LeBron James as the greatest of all time.
Bro,
I don't think
yes.
it's a debate anymore.
I don't think it's a debate anymore, personally. I don't, because he has all the records basically outside of rings compared to Mike.
That is actually false. There are the scoring records, all defensive team, defensive player of the years. You have one more MVP for Michael Jordan, right? You have two three-peats, which LeBron James hasn't done, right? In the time of the physicality of the 90s, especially going against the Pistons, right? You had New York up there. You had the Cleveland Cavaliers. You had to go through the Jazz. You had to go through the Lakers, right? All these, great, phenomenal teams where I believe 50% of them, right? 50 players are on the top 75 list, if I'm going to be honest.
Uh,
So you have Michael Jordan going through all these great players, being so dominant, so smooth. It's more than just the accolades. One, there's the eye test. Michael Jordan scored with ease. He played defense harder than anyone else. I keep going back to LeBron James playing defense. When in his career has he played defense other than I would say 1 or 2 years when he was with Miami? I'm sure Nick can attest to this, but 1 or 2 years with Miami playing defense for an entire season, LeBron James doesn't do that, right? Michael Jordan did that his entire career. He played defense and offense. He was a great two-way player, and he was the best, at least in that generation and of all time, in my opinion.
So you brought up. I'm gonna debunk you a little bit here.
Okay.
You brought up defense and how
Right.
MJ was a great defender,
Right.
but he wasn't even the best defender on his team. I would put Scotty over him and Dennis Rodman.
For sure. Two of the
So
greats, right?
so I don't I understand he won all defensive teams or whatever, but it's a lot easier when you got two lockdown guys next to you. And then LeBron did play some defense back in
back
the
in the day,
day.
right?
Um, I had something else, but it slipped my mind now.
For me, yeah, Jordan three-peated, but that's because he had an insane team. If LeBron had a team equivalent to that Bulls team, I believe LeBron would have had a few three-peats as well.
LeBron almost got one with D Wade and Chris Bosh.
Exactly.
And that wasn't a prime D Wade no more. That was D Wade considering retirement. And then Chris Bosh, he wasn't Raptors Chris Bosh because he was the third option.
Come on.
Right.
But he was still very talented. So I'll give you Chris Bosh. And I'll give you 3/4 of D Wade.
Okay, but you're telling me right now that Spurs team was better than your guys' Miami Heat team?
They were deeper.
They were deeper.
You talking 2014 or 2011?
2014.
Oh yeah, way deeper.
Deeper than Mario Chalmers, Mike Miller, Shane Battier?
Miller and Battier weren't on the 2014
They
team.
weren't.
Mm-hmm.
Just 2013, and then they left.
Mm-hmm.
Really?
Joel Anthony was our backup
Okay.
big. We still had UD.
Mm-hmm.
Norris Cole was another guard that would get rotational minutes. Mario Chalmers.
Yep. You say Norris Cole already?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Those were like the big rotational guys, but
Mhm.
we didn't really have any like Birdman. Oh, Battier was on the team. My fault.
Right. Yeah.
But yeah, like Ray Allen, like 40-year-old Ray Allen.
Mm-hmm.
So I think the Spurs had way more depth in terms of Manu coming off the bench. Probably one of the best six men of all time.
Mm-hmm.
And then you still have the loaded starting lineup with Kawhi, Danny Green, Tim Duncan, Tony Parker. But Miami should have won that one. They should have.
I believe you guys should have won that one. I thought you guys did have better players at least, especially with an older, Manu Ginobili, Tony Parker, Tim Duncan. Obviously, you had Kawhi Leonard up and coming, right, making a name for himself. Danny Green, Patty Mills. But like you, I believe that you guys should have won that finals. Obviously, you guys didn't perform like you did in 2013. So that was unfortunate, but at least we got to see Ray Allen go off, at least in the finals, right? So anyways, going back to the LeBron James and Michael Jordan debate, right? Michael Jordan is averaging 3 more points than LeBron James over their career span. Also, yes, Michael did have 3 years off, right? Which still is, a testament to him scoring 30 points per game, right, in his career. Another thing is Michael Jordan did have years off, less years in the NBA than LeBron James. And that's, not to discredit LeBron James, but it's, if Michael Jordan played 6 years, right? 3 years in college that he played, say those 3 years go to the NBA, and then those 3 years that he took off mid-career, that is 6 seasons. Let's just say instead of the 30 points he averaged in his career, let's say he averaged 20. Let's not say he, played all 82 games. Let's say he played 60 games, right? So that is 1,200 points per season, right? So if you do 1,200 points multiplied by the 6 years, the 3 from college and then the 3 from the NBA, that is 7,200 points, right? Then the total, I believe, total points he had, right? Let's see here. Total points is 32,292. Which is 39,492 points altogether at minimum. So he would have broke Kareem's scoring record. Yes, I still believe LeBron James would beat Michael Jordan's overall because LeBron is so great later in his career. But that is also because of the change of how the game is played now. It's less defense. Michael Jordan had a lot of wear and tear on that body going up against those defenders, physical defenders like the Pistons, where LeBron James doesn't have to really go through that. And it helps him with his longevity.
You saying that brought my thought back from earlier.
Yeah. All right.
There was also one big rule change from the Michael Jordan era and current day era.
Yep.
Where it had to have been a one-on-one matchup.
Right. Yeah.
Double team. You had to hard commit to it, leaving someone wide open.
Yep.
Which in today's NBA is not the case.
Right.
So MJ was hooping, scoring like with ease. Yeah.
Right.
But one-on-one strictly.
Mm-hmm.
LeBron's got to do it with Russ in the corner. They can just slide right in and just sit there and wait. So, and that makes defense easier as well because you just focus on your one guy. So Michael Jordan being an all defensive player, taking the third option is like LeBron last night guarding Mike Muscala. I think he was the highest performer.
Right.
Side check.
Right.
And if LeBron's going to be guarding like Mike Muscala's, he'll probably get a defensive team one-on-one.
Okay, I see your points there, right? And there is a massive argument, especially now, for LeBron James to be the GOAT, right? I really think it is 1A and 1B, just because of how close LeBron James is. And you can make the argument, yes, that LeBron James went to 10 straight finals where Michael Jordan only went to 6 finals in his career, right? LeBron James went to, I think, 12 conference championships where I think maybe Michael Jordan only went to 8, if I'm mistaken. I don't know. I think he only went to 8. So, yes, LeBron James has an overall better winning percentage in the playoffs, and I believe that helps his case to be the greatest of all time, right? Because Michael didn't do that. Scoring record, the assist record, he's an overall better basketball player, right? He's, to me, the greatest actual basketball player by definition.
Yeah.
But who do you want to have the ball? Last second shot. Honestly.
So we're debating the best score?
Well, to win a game. So let's just, not the last shot. Let's just say to win a game. 4 quarters, right, against the best basketball team. Pick, I don't want to say stars as your side pieces, but let's just say you got great, well-rounded role players, and you need that one star. Who are you picking?
LeBron.
To win you a game?
Because although Michael Jordan's better at scoring, I'll give you that. I will take LeBron's rebounds and assists along with his scoring over scoring the ball.
I agree. I take LeBron.
To me, I think but what if it's a close game at the end, right? LeBron James will make the best basketball play, but the other person will miss the shot. I have more confidence in Michael Jordan making the shot.
LeBron has shown that he can make the shot if he takes it, though. If
he takes it.
He has the most, if not the most clutch points in the NBA history.
Well, I believe Kobe Bryant's at 88 and LeBron James is at 81, right? And then I think LeBron James has 8 buzzer beaters, right? Or something like that. And then he's got, I think, maybe 6 or maybe 20. I think it was 22 in playoff scenarios with under 2 minutes in clutch time. He has 22 clutch shots. So, yes, you are right about that. But he's going to make the right basketball play, which means passing it up to like a Kyle Korver or Kevin Love.
Well, in his prime, he would not. But he's 38 now. So, yeah, of course he's going to make the right basketball play now.
No, he's always done that, Jake, where he's passed it up to a better shot.
No, he has not.
I mean,
Did you see you saw the Cavs year? He made majority of the buzzer beaters that year.
He sure did. But that's because he had the open look. If he doesn't have the open look, he's not going to take the shot.
But also the second biggest play in playoff history happened because he missed a go-ahead shot in the last 30 seconds. Less than.
And it's not, I don't think it's LeBron being passive. I think it's LeBron just not wanting to because the refs aren't going to give him the calls that he deserves, as we have seen this year.
Okay, I can see that, but he's going to make the better call, or he's going to make the better play, right? The smarter play when you are driving in and you have two defenders coming at you, like Nick said, because he can double now in this NBA era, he's going to pass it out to the open shooter. Whereas Michael Jordan will always take that shot, and more often than not, he will be making that shot.
You know what I'm talking about, though? In 2013?
Yes, I do. Yes, I do.
And then the game,
and then Chris
LeBron
Bosh made a remarkable rebound.
Kicked it out to Allen. That was
Sure.
off of LeBron James, I think, post-fade. I think that was the shot that
Wasn't it a
missed.
three?
It might have been a three.
I think it was a three
Definitely was a three.
on the elbow.
It was a three. Yeah, so he took the shot with, like, it was a contested three.
Right.
He took it, and that led to a big moment for CB and Jesus shows.
That's right. So I think Michael Jordan would have taken a better shot. I think LeBron was pressured into taking that shot because of who he is. He needed, he is the better player on that team, so he needs to take that shot. But it was a contested and it wasn't a good shot. Michael Jordan would have found the best shot that he could take.
MJ would have taken that whole shot clock.
Right. The whole time. The whole time, make that buzzer beat right, pretty much, and then win them the game like that.
I don't know, man. All I know is that up until last night, I did have MJ as my GOAT, but now
what changes it for you? What changes it?
He's the all-time leading scorer. There's nothing else that has to be said.
And counting.
And counting. And plus, he's 38, bro. He's 38 and not slowing down.
Right.
It's just crazy to me. I don't think anyone will ever come close to this level again.
I agree with you because that's a testament to how he treats his body and his recovery. Also his athleticism, right, and his pure talent. But the thing for me is, like I stated before, if Michael Jordan had those 6 years, he would have passed it. He would have had 39,000+ points.
Well, you can make the argument that he wasn't good enough to come straight out of high school, though. Like LeBron.
You could have, but you could also make the comparison that LeBron James did have more years than, especially like, look at Kareem, right? He played college ball as well, right? If he had those years in the NBA, would we be talking about this today?
Probably not today, but eventually we would be.
He would have at least, I would say, at least 5,000 more points, if not more.
Yeah.
LeBron's playing for another 3 years at minimum, right, to play with his son.
Mm-hmm.
You think
he's going to get it to 45,000? I'll say.
I'm sorry.
I think he's going to get it to at least 45,000.
You think he's going to get 45,000? That's another 6,000 plus?
Yeah.
I think he can do it. I hope he can do it, but you never know.
I don't know, man. All I know, congratulations, LeBron. Very big accomplishment, and hopefully more to come.
Yeah. Before we segue to something else, though, Gio, what can LeBron do to be the GOAT?
Yes, for you.
For me, like I said, I really just don't know if I've ever seen a player, because I've never watched Jordan, right, live. I've only seen the highlights. I've only seen the documentaries of Michael Jordan playing basketball. What I have seen is unlike any other player. Like the ease, I know they couldn't double, right? But the ease at which he was able to score, the way he played the game of basketball, it was smooth. It was just on a different level, right? Compared to all these other NBA players. It's like you have a superstar high school player playing against regular high school players, like a Zion Williamson playing against these guys, right? Like a Kareem Abdul-Jabbar playing in high school. And to me, that was Michael Jordan in the NBA. And there's no discredit to LeBron James. I just don't think LeBron James can beat Michael Jordan out as the best basketball player ever.
So even if he gets more rings,
When have you ever seen a faulty game from Michael Jordan? Can
he
you
had
tell me
faulty
that?
games. He 100% had faulty
No,
games.
tell me the faulty games.
Bro,
I guarantee you he had just as much as LeBron.
I know we know a series that LeBron James had a faulty
yeah,
series.
you're talking like an old
more than
head, bro.
once.
What's up?
But isn't that the truth? When has Michael Jordan had faulty series or games?
He has.
When he lost in the first round.
Everyone has.
Against the Pistons that ended up winning the championship that year?
Yeah.
The bad boy Pistons.
So, that's still a bad series.
How can you be the GOAT and get knocked out in the first round?
How can you be the GOAT and end up scoring 8 points, I believe, in one game against the Mavericks?
Because he was supposed to have help.
He was supposed to have help. Who did he have on that team to have help, Nick?
Listen, bro.
No.
We're not going into my team right now.
I'm just trying to say and prove a point that LeBron James needed to carry that team, and Michael Jordan would have.
What I'm saying is, how can MJ, the greatest player of all time, not carry his team with Scottie Pippen past the Pistons? Meanwhile, you have LeBron taking that Cavaliers team that got dismantled halfway through the season even, and then still make it all the way to the finals to lose to a super team and Kevin Durant, Stephen Curry, Klay Thompson.
How can you do that? One, yes, I do believe that was quite remarkable of LeBron James. Two, Michael Jordan had to go against probably an all-time great team in the bad boy Pistons in '91.
Okay, but
Warriors went 70.
Yeah, it's not the Warriors though.
You want to talk about the best team of all time? 73-9 in the regular season. They just
Exactly.
ain't got the gold to go with it, and that's because of LeBron.
And Kyrie Irving, let's be honest, Kyrie Irving saved LeBron James's legacy by shooting that shot. Again, Ray Allen saved LeBron's legacy by shooting that shot. Another, final series, because that would have been over with.
Okay, but
LeBron James,
MJ,
when he was in his second stint, I never admitted this, but it was an easier path to the finals. He had to go against a Toronto Raptors team that had DeMar DeRozan and Kyle Lowry. He had to go against a Wizards team with a young John Wall and a young Bradley Beal. He had to go through a young Boston team, right? That took him 7 games, a very young Boston team in 2000, I believe 17 or 18, right? Conference finals. Boston, especially up in 2018, they're up 2-0 on LeBron James, right? A very young team. I believe that was without Kyrie Irving, or maybe that was the year with him, but there was a lot of dysfunction in that locker room. LeBron James is tracked to going to the NBA Finals in his second stint with Cleveland. Yes, it's amazing and what he did by himself, but he did end up losing in the finals against that Kevin Durant team, which I'm not taking any discredit towards LeBron James. Who could beat that team, right? I don't think there was a team or a player that could beat that team.
Okay, but do you think Michael Jordan could have got that Cavs team to the finals? Because I don't.
You don't think Michael Jordan could get a team in today's NBA to the finals?
Not a team constructed of that style. No, he's used to 2 superstars. He wouldn't have had that.
Again,
I don't know why we got to discredit Boston too for LeBron. Back into that. Okay, never mind. Hold on. He had D-Wade though and Chris Bosh. Hold on. Sorry. I didn't mean to mess up the flow.
So, actually, Gio did not get a cliffhanger once again this time. This time it was the one and only Nick Saya.
Greatness.
He said he ruined the flow of the podcast by trying to work his heat in as he always does. But Um, let's get back to the topic. I believe we were talking about Gio was talking about something about LeBron as well as Michael Jordan. Continue that conversation. What were you saying, Gio?
Well, from my final points, right? Like I said, I don't think Michael Jordan had a faulty game. You guys said how he didn't perform well, or how did he not win against the Pistons? Well, that is because he had zero help. He averaged 32.1 points, 7.1 rebound, and 6.3 assists in 7 games in the Eastern Conference in 1990. Then in 1991, he averaged 29.8 points, 7 assists, and 5.3 rebounds in 4 games versus the Pistons in the Eastern Conference Finals. So you're telling me when he loses or beats the Pistons, and then he comes back, I believe that was the year 1991 was his first NBA championship. That was the year he beat them, and yet again in 1990 he did not have any faults. He averaged, like I said, 30 something points, 7 assists, and I believe 6 rebounds. So if you want to tell me how LeBron James did against the Mavericks in the finals when he lost, or where was he against the Spurs in 2014? Because all I remember in 2014 is how Ray Allen carried that team in the finals.
Okay, you're saying LeBron got carried a few times. LeBron's also carried a few teams. Not
Oh,
only
that is for sure correct.
not only that Cavaliers team.
Yeah.
He did have Anthony Davis in 2020, yes, but majority was on LeBron in that year outside of Anthony Davis. So
Outside of Anthony Davis, right?
and I don't believe that, once again, I don't believe Michael Jordan could have got that team with AD by themselves to the finals like LeBron did.
I 100% disagree, because the great scorer, and yes, Michael Jordan did, like I said, average 7 assists, right, in 1990, and I believe it was 7 assists in 1991, and then 1990, I believe it was something like 6 assists, right? So he can pass the ball, which he does. It's not like he never passed the ball. He's an amazing scorer too, back in the 90s. In today's day and age, he would average more than James Harden, right? He would average more than LeBron James. I think people do say, and I quote, Michael Jordan would average 50 points in today's NBA era. So with him being able to score that much and score with that much ease in today's NBA era, he would carry a team like the Cleveland Cavaliers to the finals, especially in a weak East. Remember, it's in a weak East. He had to play against the Pacers, right? And it took him 7 games to beat Sabonis and Victor Oladipo, where in Michael Jordan's case, I believe he would have beat them in 6. Remember, Michael Jordan never went over 7 games in the finals. LeBron James has. I believe in those playoff runs, I don't think Michael Jordan went 7 games either, right, when he won the finals. So for LeBron James,
that's because he had more help. MJ had more help.
He had more help?
Yeah.
So in 2016, you have Kevin Love, right, who's playing phenomenal. You have Kyrie Irving coming into his prime, right? You have J.R. Smith. You have Kyle Korver, one of the greatest three-point shooters in the game, right? Both of them, J.R. Smith and Kyle Korver. You have a multitude of other players on that team, on that roster, right?
None better than what the Bulls had on that roster, though.
You do have Scottie Pippen, right? And you do have Dennis Rodman. An equivalence to that would be Tristan Thompson. Yes, hear me out. Dennis Rodman is obviously better than Tristan Thompson, but Tristan Thompson did get rebounds. He did defend, right? Scottie Pippen, you got Kevin Love. Kevin Love was able to shoot the 3, and obviously Kyrie Irving's talent is more, and he is a greater beneficiary than I feel like Scottie Pippen to Michael Jordan.
But the defense puts Scottie Pippen over the top for me.
Okay, and the defense for Michael Jordan and the offensive ability Michael Jordan has puts it over the top for me, and he carried the teams, all the teams.
He did not carry them. He had help. He did not have to carry like LeBron carries.
He didn't have to carry. He didn't have to average 32.1 points, 7.1 rebounds, and 6.3 assists. That is not carrying to you?
No, because he had help.
That is not carrying? Those numbers speak for itself.
No. If you watch LeBron James and Michael Jordan, compare the two, LeBron has to do much more than Michael Jordan ever had to do.
Okay, and he deferred much more than Michael Jordan ever had to do.
Okay, so
So how does that mean carrying? If you have to defer more to your teammates,
he
right?
doesn't have to. He decides to because he's a better teammate.
Michael Jordan won. LeBron James defers to his teammates, and when he does that, you end up possibly having a chance to lose. Whereas if Michael Jordan just dominates, he's most likely going to win, which we saw in 2 3-peats.
Okay, all right, chill out, because we're just gonna be at a standstill. But also, I need to bring up. You said Michael Jordan's better offensively. I'm gonna need you to take that back.
Yeah, there. If
I
he
didn't
was,
say Michael Jordan was better offensively.
No, you said defensively and offensively, Michael Jordan had it over LeBron.
Yeah, overall, offense and defense together, yes.
Oh, like together?
Together, right. Collaboratively, yes.
Offensively, LeBron's a better player with all
Without a
aspects.
doubt, correct. Yes. Better
Okay,
passer, better, reader. He is a better floor general, right? He can lead his
okay.
team, right, and put his players in the position to make the shots.
I just had to specify.
Overall, offensively, yes, I agree with you. LeBron James is a better offensive weapon overall.
All right. But yeah, since we're at like a standstill,
yeah,
you said there's nothing that LeBron can do at this point.
for him, no.
Overall for me, no, because like I said, Michael Jordan, I watching him as he played the game of basketball, at least in the highlights, there were no faults. And as you can see through the numbers of his career in his prime, there were zero faults. He provided for his team, unlike LeBron James, where we have seen faulty games, and which can cost him and his team a chance at the finals or to win a finals.
Yeah. So why do you think there's something LeBron could do? Besides your reasoning, like what you said about the game was.
I don't mind him losing in the finals at all. I know a lot of people discredit him for losing in the finals. I think it's a tremendous feat to just make it to the finals, right? Because you are one of the 2 best teams in the NBA, right, to make it to the finals. And LeBron James has done that over a multitude of times. So I'm not putting that against him. I personally, as a player, right, when I look at a player against a player, Michael Jordan and LeBron James, Michael Jordan will win me the series. And that will end up possibly giving me a better chance of winning a finals. Whereas LeBron James, I can see, and I've seen faults, which has me question, give me some doubts. Like, yes, he is a great, amazing player, 1B or 1A in some people's eyes. But there are those faults where if you have a 99 percentile of winning a game or a 98 percentile, wouldn't you go with the 99?
To me, you sound like an old head that just can't let the pass go.
I'm not letting the pass go. I can see LeBron James. I think I think they're equal, but if I have to choose one, I'm picking Michael Jordan.
Yeah. Are y'all like people who still have MJ? Like, are y'all scared he's gonna get forgotten about? Like,
Bro, he's number 2. Who cares?
Michael Jordan's never going to get forgotten about because of the legacy he built after basketball. Obviously, he has an amazing brand in the Jordan brand with Nike, and those numbers speak for itself. So I don't think that will ever, be let down, and his legacy will live on forever.
Okay, so we can agree that LeBron's the GOAT.
I can agree, yes.
They're equally goatable, yes.
Okay.
It's 1 and 2, and then there's a gap at 3. I agree. But
for sure,
at this point, you have to say LeBron's the GOAT.
But why in your response is he the GOAT?
Longevity. Why is Tom Brady the GOAT of football?
Well, technically, just because of his resume, but I don't want to get into that debate.
Okay, resume wise, LeBron has the best resume as well.
Right. But is he the best quarterback so for Tom Brady, is he the best quarterback ever in the Super Bowl?
No.
And the regular season?
Wait, no. Are you asking if Tom Brady's the GOAT?
No, I know collectively Tom Brady overall is the GOAT.
So why is LeBron not the same thing?
Why is LeBron not the same thing? Because I have a better chance at winning the NBA Finals with Michael Jordan than I do with LeBron James. That's my point.
It doesn't come down to rings, though. It comes down to resume, like you said.
So
And LeBron has the best resume.
But it also
But
comes
Bill
down to the
Russell-
eye test as well.
Bill Russell.
Yeah, and
shot
LeBron,
11
like you said, is the
times in
best
13
basketball
years.
player of all time.
As of passing ability, rebounding ability, size, and scoring. Yes.
Okay.
That doesn't. There's also the mentality as well, where Michael Jordan's mentality to win you a championship. If I have to win a finals, I'm picking Michael Jordan.
So why is Kobe not the GOAT?
Why is Kobe not the GOAT? If he's not even
Speaking
the
of
best
mentality.
player in his position, right? And you got Michael Jordan as the better position, right? Kobe Bryant's not the GOAT.
But what I'm trying to get at is that you're taking these individual things
Right.
that he has over LeBron and putting that above LeBron
Right.
rather than the collective, which is why I have LeBron right now.
Exactly.
Because yeah, maybe MJ was a better defender. I don't know.
Right. Okay.
But LeBron was no slouch when he did play defense.
No.
No, obviously
So
we
it's
saw in
not that big of a
2016.
gap. And then scoring the ball wise,
Right.
MJ was better, but it's not a huge gap.
Right.
But LeBron's passing ability and unselfishness, I'd give that a huge gap.
For sure. For sure. He will make the better play. But will that result you in winning a championship in a finals, finals ring?
It has 4
So you want-
times.
So do you want MJ
Michael
taking
Jordan's had won 6 in a row. So
do you want MJ taking a shot for the game getting triple teamed?
Exactly. LeBron James gets double teamed in the clutch for a reason.
I would rather have Michael Jordan take the shot over LeBron James any given day.
So you have LeBron wide open in the corner. And MJ's triple teamed, and you're saying, MJ, shoot that rock.
If you have Michael Jordan and LeBron James on the same team, I don't think you're going to lose at all.
No, just like hypothetically.
Hypothetically, Michael Jordan passed it out to Paxton, right? And Steve Kerr, right? Which ended them in the finals, winning the finals those 2 years. So yes, he can do that. And yes, LeBron James, if LeBron James was in the corner, I'm not too sure, honestly. Yes, he's a very clutch player, but as a 3-point shooter, you can't find me a better 3-point shooter than LeBron James.
Wide open.
I don't know about LeBron James hitting a 3. I have more confidence than Michael Jordan hitting that 3.
Oh my God, no.
Wallet.
No, you're wild.
I have more confidence. If you got LeBron James and he's passing it to Michael Jordan, who are you gonna have that? Who are you gonna have that shot? Take that shot. Michael Jordan and LeBron James wide open in the corner. Either one of them passing it to each other.
That's not what you're arguing, though.
Yeah, exactly.
You're arguing that you want MJ taking the shot no matter what. Triple team, double team. He's my clutch player. He's Kobe.
You really think that he could get stopped? Do you think they can trap him like that? Michael Jordan?
Yeah.
Yes.
I don't think you understand how athletic he was.
I don't think you understand that it was a one-on-one matchup every time he dribbled down the court.
It sure was, but you see
the entire 90s.
You see Ja Morant breaking double teams like he does? Just imagine Michael Jordan.
You have LeBron wide open in the corner.
Am I down by 3 or am I down by 1?
You're down by 3.
If I'm down by 3, obviously you have to take the 3.
You're down by 2.
Okay, down by 2.
You have 15 seconds on the clock.
Okay.
You inbound the ball. MJ's getting triple teamed.
Okay.
You got LeBron in the corner, wide open. No one's guarding him because they're guarding.
So I believe he would pass it because, like I said, he passed it to Steve Kerr and Paxton, which had the better shot.
No, as a coach, are you telling him to pass that rock?
I'm telling him to do what he wants. Because yes, but here's the thing. Yes, double teamed. Obviously, you're going to need to pass the ball. right? Double teamed or triple teamed. But like it was back in the day, 1-on-1, Michael Jordan or LeBron James, I'm taking Michael Jordan to take that shot. And we've seen him when he does drive in and either the defense collapsed or whatever the case may be, right? He would pass it out to Paxton or he passes it out to Steve Kerr, just like LeBron James would do. So it's not like Michael Jordan would take the shot no matter what. He obviously passed the ball in a timely manner on the NBA Finals on the line to Paxton and Steve Kerr to win the finals for them, and they did it. He trusted them. So I don't know this narrative where Michael Jordan doesn't pass the ball. I understand what you're trying to, tell me. Like if Michael Jordan's, triple team, then does he pass the ball or not? He would obviously. I would think there's a very low chance. Maybe because it's Michael Jordan. Maybe he makes the shot. Maybe he does. But there's a lower probability of him making the shot than a wide open LeBron James.
All right. Since we're okay, so speaking on that subject, is MJ still your GOAT?
Yes.
Okay, you're wild.
Yeah.
How am I wilding?
You just are, bro.
Earlier, you were making a point in the debate,
right?
That LeBron takes the best basketball play.
Right.
And now you're saying MJ should.
I'm saying
take the worst basketball play.
Huh? That's only twice. Every other time he's made the shot. He's made the shot. Once against Cleveland, once against the Jazz, and a number of other times where he's made winning shots.
Well, in the words of Michael Jordan, he also took 26 game-winning shots and missed.
Yeah. How many free throws has LeBron missed in game-winning shots? How many free throws? Yeah, I think you can tell me that one too.
There's no changing your mind, but LeBron's the GOAT. I don't care what anyone says. In my opinion.
Shout out Shea, bro. Shea Gilgeous-Alexander. That boy hooped with everyone watching.
Oh, for sure. So did Josh Giddey.
Yeah. So congrats to LeBron.
Facts. There's no change of Gio's mind. Congrats to LeBron.
No change in your guys' mind. How come we can't say they're both the GOAT? You guys can pick either one of the players and you'll be fine.
To me personally, you have to pick one.
You have to pick one, then it's Michael Jordan. I don't know how you can say it's
LeBron James
as the greatest player of all time.
LeBron.
Like I said, there's zero fault. As a basketball player, you have to win the game. You have to win at all costs. And LeBron James, we've seen there's a multitude of times where LeBron James has faltered in his career, either in the playoffs or in the finals, where Michael Jordan has consistently shown us that he's able to perform. Even though the team loses, himself, he is able to perform, whereas LeBron James, when he loses, he does not perform.
Wrong. LeBron has performed in losses.
Oh, he sure has, because he's played for, I don't know, a millennial, but when LeBron James loses in the finals to the Mavericks, Michael Jordan has never done that. In a series, he has never not shown up.
All right, well, there's no change in your mind, but for me personally,
there's no change in your mind.
LeBron's the GOAT.
Change in your mind.
Yeah, because he's the all-time leading scorer. There's nothing else that has to be said now. I'm sorry, there's just
all-time leading scorer who's played 20 years.
All right, chill out.
Okay, he did it in less time than Kareem did. That's all you have to know.
All right. We spent an hour debating
with the 30 points Michael Jordan averaged as well in his career. Cool.
Listen. We got other news we gotta cover. All right, come on now. We can't keep this debate going all night.
LeBron's a GOAT. That's all I'm saying. But
all right, go right ahead. I'm gonna win the finals then with Michael.
You see, y'all see what I gotta do?
LeBron will win more when it's all said and done.
You think so?
Yes.
I don't
at least tie it. He'll at least tie it.
That's just me.
He'll at least tie it.
You think he's gonna get 6?
I do.
You think he's gonna get 6?
I do.
With the general manager you guys got now, I don't think so.
I don't think he's staying in LA.
Lakers or without the Lakers?
He's not staying in LA.
Then where? Okay, never mind. That's a hypothetical that we do not need to get.
That's up to LeBron.
Speaking of LeBron in LA, there's been some trades around the league.
Yes.
We got one today.
Yeah, we got 2 today actually.
Or do you want to talk about the other one first? What y'all found?
I'm watching Kyrie make his Mavs debut. I'm feeling the Kyrie trade.
But
I forget the terms. Does anyone know the exact terms in case people have not seen it?
It was Finney Smith, right? Spencer Dinwiddie. I believe it was one I believe it was one first rounder and two second rounders, but I'm not sure about how many first rounders there were.
Yeah, I'm trying to find it real quick. Um, let's see.
Brooklyn got Dinwiddie, Dory
Mhm.
Finney-Smith,
Yep.
Mhm.
2027 second round pick,
Mhm.
Okay.
2019 unprotected first round pick.
2019 or 2029.
Sorry, 2029.
Okay.
And then 2029 second round pick for Kyrie and Markieff Morris.
Okay. So obviously, Kyrie broke the world, but right before the trade deadline, announcing that he wanted to trade, got it like days later. The Nets said, "All right, enough of your shenanigans. You're out of here." Kyrie did have a presser today with the Mavs, introducing himself, saying the reason that he requested the trade was not because of like anything else other than he felt disrespected by the Nets at times, and he wanted to go to a place where he felt respected, and he thinks the Mavs will do that. So, what are your thoughts on Kyrie in general and the move that he made and what it does for the Mavericks and what's next for the Nets and Kevin Durant specifically?
Personally, I don't like they had to get the deal done, get something back for Kyrie before he just walked.
Yes,
But I don't really know. So I don't know how I feel about it on either side,
on the Nets side.
both sides.
Okay. So you don't think Luca and Kyrie will work?
So with that, the way I see it, I think Kyrie can work off the ball better.
I agree. He did it with Harden.
Yeah. Where I think Luca can still run the Luca Magic show.
Right.
But I think if Kyrie's handling the ball, I think Luca will struggle. So I don't
Okay, I can see that. For me personally, I do agree with you. I never like two ball dominant guards on the same team. We're seeing it this year with the Atlanta Hawks. DeJounte Murray and Trae Young are both struggling because they're both ball dominant players. I think it won't be equivalent to that. They'll have more success, but I think come playoff time and both want the ball, something's gonna happen there. Like the chemistry's not gonna be clicking the way that they wanted to.
and I don't know exactly how Kyrie's mindset's gonna work, but I don't know if he'll be too happy not being a playmaker and like a superstar on that team
Right.
to where Luca's running the show, doing his thing, and making Kyrie kind of like stand in the corner.
Yeah. I I don't know. It's going to be interesting to see. He did make it work with James Harden, who is a similar play style to Luca. So we'll see if he can do it with Luca. It will be fun to see the debut, and that will give us a lot of answers once Doncic does come back from that heel injury. But I still don't think the Mavericks have enough to win the championship just yet,
No, I think there's too many teams still.
and they're just not deep enough. Like they traded away some key pieces to get Kyrie.
Yeah, but good for Kyrie. I'm glad he got out. Um,
I think Katie's next.
they got to, right? Like,
I don't think, even if they don't want to, I don't think there's any way that Kevin Durant stays there and plays with Ben Simmons. I'm sorry.
I think they'll let it run this year,
Yeah, he's gonna stay this year because there's just too little time.
but they gotta ship him at the end of the season.
Like, because if not, bro, it's just not gonna work.
No, I don't see it. Like,
Because it's gonna be him and basically Cam Thomas because Ben Simmons is not. He's on the floor doing nothing basically.
hey, he plays some defense. Come on now.
Okay, he gets rebounds and assists, but like they need some scoring to fill that role, and Ben Simmons isn't gonna do that.
Not at all. And honestly, the Brooklyn Nets are not talented enough to win a championship either.
No, I
I think it's
I don't know if they were with Kyrie, but they were definitely much closer with Kyrie than they are now.
Oh yeah, 1000%. And now I think they've the trading of Kyrie and only getting Spencer Dinwiddie back.
Yeah, and Finney Smith.
That's not enough to put them over the Bucks in my eyes. The
No, the
Sixers,
Celtics, the Heat,
Celtics, Heat,
potentially. Like,
or even the Cleveland Cavaliers. I don't see them above.
yeah, no. I I don't know, bro. It's gonna be interesting. And to me, Josai could have got much better packages. But he worked in spite because he did not want to give Kyrie what he wanted, which was the Lakers. The Lakers offered a better package. Even the Phoenix Suns offered a better package, but he was working in spite. He did not want to give Kyrie what he wanted. And so he just took the trade that the Mavs gave him and just got him out. And to me personally, that's not the right move by a GM, but I don't know. He's probably not the only GM who's done that. So
Yeah, it was like a good trade to shake up the league,
yeah,
but I gotta hear my boy Gio's thoughts. He was disagreeing with some things, I think.
So you guys did mention a couple of things. Yes. I personally believe that Kyrie Irving in Dallas will work out, not to the extent that they're hoping for, which is a championship and a finals appearance, but they will go deeper. I think they can reach back, just like I believe Jake told me last night. He believed they could reach the conference finals again. I believe that as well. I think that Kyrie Irving and Luka Doncic will fit well together, especially on the pick and roll, just like LeBron James. I think Luka Doncic is, I don't want to say discredited in any way, but he's an amazing basketball player who can adapt. Just like LeBron James, he gets compared to LeBron James all the time, which I hate, but because they're two different players. But Luka Doncic is like LeBron James, right? In all fairness, I think Luka can adapt and play what he needs to do in order to win. LeBron James does that too. When he's on a team where he needs to be a scorer, LeBron James scored. Obviously, Luka Doncic needs the help. He was a scorer, right? Now he has the help of Kyrie Irving. I think you're going to see the same dynamic, not to the extent of LeBron James and Kyrie Irving, but quite similar to that. I think on the pick and roll, both of those guys, it's amazing to see. They love shooting on opposite sides. So at least they're not going to be shooting on the same side. They can do the pick and roll, and then you can have an open Kyrie Irving on, I believe it was the right side he loves to shoot on, and then Luka Doncic loves to shoot on the left side, or vice versa. So I think that matchup will work out fine. I think hopefully they can play JaVale McGee a little bit more. Christian Wood and Kyrie Irving on the pick and roll as well, I think will work out. They have a couple of guys like um Tim Hardaway Jr., I think, is an amazing piece to have, especially when healthy. I think he can be a great part in that offense, right? So, unless he gets dealt, obviously, tomorrow. But for the Nets side, you got Spencer Dinwiddie back, right? He's an amazing scorer as well. We see an up and coming star in Cam Thomas with 3 straight games of 40 plus, right? This is amazing to see. If you're a Nets fan, you're happy to see Kyrie go because personally, I think you're going to have better chemistry with the team you've got now. You're not going to have two ball dominant players like Kyrie Irving and Kevin Durant. This is Kevin Durant's team solely on Kevin Durant, right? You have a good, or I don't want to say good, you have an amazing defensive player in Ben Simmons. Obviously, he doesn't need to shoot because you have Cam Thomas, you have Spencer Dinwiddie, you have obviously Kevin Durant, and in my eyes, one of the best shooters of all time, scores, pure scorer. At any point in time, he can drop a bucket on you, right? So, but like you guys said earlier, I don't think they will go that far in the East, right? The teams are just way too stacked, have great chemistry already. We got to see. Maybe they can shock us, right? With Cam Thomas, being able to score like he is. So, and Spencer Dinwiddie coming in, Finney Smith coming in, Kevin Durant coming back healthy. You never know what this team can do. Maybe they have better chemistry. Maybe it works out for them, but no way are they going to the finals, though.
yeah, I agree. So if you guys were a GM and Kyrie continued to request trades, would you still fall for the bait, or would you be afraid that he would, stab you in the back like he has so many organizations?
Depends what team I'm a GM of.
Right. I'm Los Angeles Lakers, then obviously I'm cool. But
Right.
If I'm like Pat Riley,
Yeah.
then I would take that because Kyrie's got no choice but to respect Pat
well,
Riley and the Heat culture.
That's fair.
here's the thing for me. I would have some sort of contract obligations for Kyrie Irving to play, to do some things. I would understand that Kyrie Irving is a very risky player to have on the team.
Yes.
Personally, I would not choose Kyrie Irving. I love the guy's game. I respect him as a person. I just don't know when he's going to call quits, honestly.
Yeah, exactly. I just feel like he's too much of a cancer to the locker room at times. And like, if I was a teammate of his, it would always be in the back of my mind, like when we started losing, oh, is he going to ask out?
The only problem I have with Kyrie Irving, right, is the fact that he said he left his team on good terms, leaving him in fourth, right? He did his job, which to me, your job is to win an NBA Finals.
Continue to do your job for the whole year. Exactly.
Right, continue your job throughout the whole year. Finish with the team that you started with and win a finals. That is your job, not to request a trade, not to leave them in fourth place. No, you're supposed to win a finals, especially if you're Kyrie Irving, who's possibly the best guard in the league, right? With, obviously possibly the best player in the league in Kevin Durant. So for him to say that, it just shows me that I don't want to say he has narcissistic qualities, but I feel like he's just thinking about himself and his playing ability, because yes, he does work hard when he plays and in practice and all that, but is he doing that for the team or himself?
I agree. I think he is very narcissistic and very self-involved, and all he really cares about is himself. And that's why he's been on 4 different teams in the past, like 4 or 5 years. So I don't know. I don't know if it will ever stop, but if the drama does stop and this is where he stays and it works out with Luka, the Mavs' future is definitely bright.
I agree with that. I hope it does work out. I'm a big Kyrie fan.
Yeah.
I'm just glad y'all shout out his work ethic.
Because he does have that.
Oh, phenomenal. Yeah.
Right.
And he was getting a little angry about it, that everyone talks about him off the floor compared to what he does on the court and his work ethic.
Right.
So shout out to his work ethic, but he's gonna find somewhere he feels good and dandy.
Yeah. I think if Mark Cuban does sign him to an extension come summertime, that the Mavericks could do that.
Cuban's probably one of the best. Is he a GM? Technically,
he's like the president of basketball operations,
owner, whatever.
Yeah, owner. Yeah,
I think he's like the best fit for Kyrie because he's very much for his players.
Right. And bro, it came out today that they've been working on this since November. Like it wasn't just overnight. He had this planned out. So that just shows me, like, if I'm Kyrie, that shows me that they wanted me. And like it'd be in the back of my mind when come contract time.
Facts.
And honestly, I think a big part of the Nets' downfall is just their organization as a whole. The top office, from the GM to the owner, everybody, it just has to be better.
Well, you can see the same thing with the Lakers as well, right?
Yes.
Their front office. So,
but hey,
there's a correlation.
At least the Lakers are now trying. We'll get into that in about 30 seconds.
I think they're always trying. I just don't think they win that much.
I mean, the GM wasn't unfortunately, that cliffhanger was on me. Gio is safe so far. So far, so good for Gio. But I was saying that I do think the Lakers do try to win. Obviously, every team does, but the front office showed a lack of effort prior to this trade deadline. Last trade deadline, we were struggling last season, and Rob Pelinka just sat there and let it happen. This trade deadline, things have changed. We got Rui Hachimura, as we talked about in the previous podcast, and now to get to a deal that went through tonight about 3 hours ago. So the terms are, it's a 3-team deal with the Timberwolves, Lakers, and Utah Jazz. The Lakers got D'Angelo Russell, Malik Beasley, and Jared Vanderbilt. Mike Conley and picks went to the Timberwolves, and Russell Westbrook and a lightly protected 2027 LA first-round pick went to the Utah Jazz. Now, Russell Westbrook is going to get bought out most likely, and the Utah Jet or the Chicago Bulls are a team that is interested in his services. But to me personally, the Lakers by far won this trade, and Rob Pelinka deserves flowers for this trade and getting that done because I did not see this coming at all.
I didn't see it coming either. Yeah, Gio, let me hear your thoughts real quick while I pull up the trade.
Yeah. So for me, obviously, I personally believe Russell Westbrook is a better player than D'Lo, but
Not anymore. He used to be, but not anymore, in my opinion. Fit wise is also a big reason why I like this trade.
yeah. Do you want to continue? Because you're reading my mind right now, but
Oh, my fault. Keep going.
no, you're good. So yes, the fit, like you were mentioning, I was about to mention, yes, the fit with D'Lo. Although I do think Russell Westbrook is a better player, the fit with D'Lo will work out better in Los Angeles, just because he's a pure shooter, right? I think he'll once he's open, especially because he takes a lot of contested shots, which is unnecessary for him, which
True.
means he misses those shots, right?
True.
He'll have a lot more open shots with LeBron James and Anthony Davis, which means that I think he'll be making more of his shots at a higher percentage, at a higher clip, which will help them win. Overall, though, on that bench, though, we got to see what Schroeder does, right? If you guys don't start him, obviously, but Schroeder is the main anchor on that bench now because Russell Westbrook was putting up 6 Man of the Year numbers with 28 and 8 or something like that, which could be missed. Honestly, those 20 points, 8 rebounds, and 8 assists could be missed from you guys.
It could be, but to me, the reason that this trade is so big for us is because of his carelessness with the ball. That was a big reason why we continued to lose multiple games, as well as his lack of 3-point shooting, obviously.
Right.
His missed layups. He missed a bunch of layups last night. And his lack of free throw shooting. The shooting alone is great, but D'Angelo Russell is also just a better playmaker, I believe, and a better decision maker with the ball, which will help the Lakers win as well.
Yeah, did you mention that with Russell Westbrook and how he is a bad decision maker at the end of the games?
I mean, no.
Well, that is a big part of it because obviously we've seen close games with the Lakers, and I know multiple text messages that end with, "Man, Russ, why are you doing that?" Because he's making the bad play.
And I believe that D'Angelo Russell will make the right play
for sure
that time.
Or it'll be in LeBron James's hands as it should be.
Exactly. I believe that Russell Westbrook wanted to be the hero too much because he saw the slander coming his way. He wanted to shut it down. Unfortunately, that didn't happen. As an NBA fan, I do wish him the best. I hope that he does continue his success, whether it's starting or off the bench. And as a Lakers fan, I'm just happy to see what D'Lo, exactly, and what D'Lo, Beasley, and Vanderbilt bring to the table.
For sure.
Yeah, so the trade was Westbrook, a top 4 protected 2027 first round pick to Utah. The Lakers receive D'Lo, Jared Vanderbilt, Malik Beasley, and then Mike Conley goes to the Timberwolves with a pick, I think.
Yeah, multiple seconds.
Multiple seconds.
What does the Jazz get?
The Jazz get Russ and a top 1 through 4 protected lottery pick from us.
Which Nickeil Alexander also get? Or Nickeil Alexander Walker also get?
Yeah, there was a few extra players. We also traded Juan Toscano-Anderson and Damian Jones to the Jazz, I believe. And then Alexander Walker went to the Timberwolves, I believe.
Yeah. I didn't know about that second part with them, but
yeah. So obviously the Lakers, I don't know what they have up their sleeve, but they're creating bench spots. I don't believe that they're done making trades. And if there is an open roster spot, we have been saying this for the entire year. Bring back 7, please.
Thank you.
For real though, I think it was a good trade. I like Russ in Utah.
I don't believe he'll stay, but if he does, that's a great fit.
Bro, if he gets bought out, I'll kind of be sad.
But Like the Jazz are young, they're rebuilding, so I don't think they're going to want to keep him. And also to have that contract on the books would kind of suck for them.
Isn't it just 1 year? Or is
Yeah,
it
but
2?
it's still 47 million.
Yeah, but then it expires.
But if he's bought out and goes somewhere else, that team could sign him to, I don't know, whatever they want.
I'm just trying to see Russ hoop. I want OKC Russ back so bad.
OKC Russ was fun,
He
but
was so entertaining.
for me personally, I think that's just a thing of the past. After seeing him, maybe it was a fit. Maybe it was. I hope it was because
Right.
OKC Russ was absolutely insane.
Because
We also saw this on Washington. He didn't play like the Russ we're accustomed to. So I don't know what it's going to take for him to get back to that.
I would say he did second half of the season. We all know.
Yes, right.
We all hoped that's what would happen with the Lakers, right?
Right.
But that obviously didn't happen. And I think you are right. It's because of the fit. If he gets bought out, why not Brooklyn?
True.
Obviously with Kevin Durant, but why not mend that relationship and give yourself the best opportunity to win a championship?
True. But as you said, I do not believe if Russell Westbrook went back there, I do not believe Kevin Durant would come out and be like, oh, yeah, let's go, Russ. He'd be like, no, get him out of here right now.
But I feel like you would have to mend that relationship before he signs. That would have to be a Kevin Durant signing.
But Kevin Durant doesn't think he did anything wrong, so he wouldn't want to, I don't believe.
Bring Russ to Miami.
Are you guys trading Kyle Lowry?
Hopefully.
Then, obviously Russ will.
At this point, Russ is a better option than Lowry.
Right. I think he would come in. He'd see this Heat culture.
He'd also be able to come off the bench as well.
Amen.
That's Tyler Hero's spot. That's like.
Oh, nah, that boy's starting nowadays.
Is he really?
He hooping with the starters.
Good for him.
So once again, he'd be able to come off the bench, which is obviously not his preferred, but where he plays his best as of right now.
For sure. Just before I forget, a great player that hasn't been really mentioned is Vanderbilt, right? I think he's a low-key great pickup for the Lakers.
Agreed.
One, he provides length, shooting, and defensive ability, right? And he's got that energy to him, which we saw in the playoff appearance last year.
Mm-hmm.
And so he's a low-key guy to be looking out for.
For sure. Also, Malik Beasley, shooting has been our biggest weakness by far this year, both the free throw line and three-point line. And Beasley's great at both of them. I believe he's a 50, 40, 90 player. Mm-hmm. So he has the potential to knock down open shots, and we finally have a shooter we can rely on to do so.
For sure.
But yeah, Jared Vanderbilt, do not sleep on him. Our defense has been the worst in the league so far this year, and I believe he can turn that around by himself.
For sure. Would you say, how would you grade Rob Pelinka's moves so far?
So I believe that this one right here is an A because he fleeced everybody, in my opinion. I don't like to get 3 players basically for Russ and a first round pick is pretty crazy to me. I think that's an A, and I'll give the Rui Hachimura one. I'll give it a B+ because he actually has been playing very good. He didn't have to give up much for him, so I think so far Rob has done a great job. But I need to see a few more trades in order for us to get over that hump for the playoffs.
He did get rid of probably one of the best players in the NBA in Kendrick Nunn, though.
In his eyes, yeah.
Awful. And now what? He's hooping. My boy's hooping.
He is not.
My boy's hooping.
No, he is not. I'm sorry, Saya. The Nunn hype was like Linsanity. It lasted for 2 years.
Amen. Everyone that leaves LA pops off. All right.
You want to see what he did tonight? I'll read you the box score.
As long as you mention his other games too.
Okay, I will. He ended with 6 points in 11 minutes.
60?
Only 11 minutes. 6 points in 11 minutes. It's almost a point every 30 seconds or every 2 minutes.
Nah, bro. I'm sorry, but he is not good. As he's not as
Amen.
good as I thought he would be.
Amen.
But moving on, there was also another deal. Unfortunately, Josh Hart found out in warmups that he got traded. Um, he got traded to the Knicks for Cam Reddish and a first round pick. The Blazers also got Steve Mikhailuk and Ryan Archdiakono. What are your guys' thoughts on that trade?
I don't see it as like a significant trade.
No,
Right.
I think the Knicks were just trying to get a contract off the books finally.
Mhm.
I saw this one clip. Jalen Brunson found out that Josh Hart was going there.
Mm-hmm.
He got like super happy and excited.
Oh, because Villanova, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah,
So I was
I
like,
think
that's
that's.
pretty.
Oh, go ahead.
No, you good.
I was gonna say I think that's a great pickup for New York. Obviously, they're having a great run right now.
mm-hmm.
To add another shooter like that, and especially if they're gonna be making the playoffs, where obviously we've seen Julius Randle fall apart in the playoffs.
Yeah,
Having Josh Hart as a great role player in the corner or anywhere, he's just a great pure scorer, right? So I think having Josh Hart and adding him on to that arsenal of shot creators like a Jalen Brunson um, is really good for them, and they can go far possibly with their pickup.
I agree. I do like the trade for the Knicks. I believe Josh Hart is a very underrated player, very underrated guard, and he's going to be a key asset for the Knicks, not only because of his scoring, but also because of his defense and rebounding. He's probably one of, if not the best rebounding guards in the league, and that's going to be a big boost for this Knicks team.
Thanks.
But for the Blazers, I really do hope that Cam Reddish rejuvenates his career somewhere because he has not been what we all expect him to be. Hopefully, the Blazers will do that for him. And I don't know if it's not going to be enough to make the Blazers great. They're going to have to make some big trades if they want to do that. And if not, then they'll just continue to maybe make the play in. We'll see if they can make some noise. But hopefully, Cam Reddish rejuvenates his career there because I want to see Cam from college.
Mm-hmm.
I hope Jakeem.
You mean Jeremy Grant?
Yeah, bro.
Oh, you were thinking Dolphins.
Yeah, bro. But actually Chicago now, but
Oh,
always in my heart. But yeah, I want to see Jeremy Grant take Cam Reddish under his wing, hopefully.
yeah.
And I think that like mold for Cam Reddish would be phenomenal for him.
Mhm.
If he can be like if he can be a Jeremy Grant, I think he could surpass that potential.
That's fair. I could see that. Cam Reddish does have all the attributes to be a Jeremy Grant type player. He's already a great defender. He just needs more consistency with his jump shot and just more effort. The lack of effort was really the main reason why he got taken out of the Knicks rotation because Thibodeau does not put up with that.
No.
What do
But
you
yeah,
think, Gio?
I agree. I think that this is a great move for Cam. Hopefully, he can revive his career. It was obviously not going the direction he wanted to, and he's a great shooter. We've seen that play out before, especially in on Duke. I believe in Atlanta, right? So I think he can be a great player. Hopefully, with Damian Lillard at his side and Jeremy Grant, he can open up as a player and show us what he got still.
Yeah, I agree. Anything else y'all want to add before we wrap up?
Shea for MVP.
Okay, Gio.
I really hope the Cavs make one move, in my opinion. Um, I I forget who it is. I think it was maybe it was Bogdanovich to add some more shooting, right? I
Pistons
think
Bogdanovich or Atlanta?
yeah, I think it was the Pistons one.
Okay.
I think just to add more depth and shooting, right? But I do like the team we have right now. I don't know who we would get rid of.
Right.
Hopefully, we can just keep the team as is and win the finals.
We'll see.
Yeah, that big if.
Facts. Yeah, the Lakers. just go out there, make a few more trades. We're back in business, Rob. Continue doing what you're doing. Let Rob cook.
Pat Riley, Coach Spo, try to finesse Chris Paul onto Miami for Kyle Lowry somehow. That would be kind of cool. Not gonna lie.
Y'all win. I'm done. Y'all win if that happens.
Oh yeah, and Coach Ham, 3-guard lineups are not a good idea. Please do not do them anymore.
Unless it's LeBron James at the guard position.
Yes, exactly. But Gio, you got a segment you want to do?
I do just want to take this time and clarify. I personally believe LeBron James and Michael Jordan are equally GOATs.
Okay.
For the topic of the debate of to pick one, yes, I chose Michael Jordan, but if you have LeBron James, you're at no fault. LeBron James is, like I said, equally the GOAT, but if you have to choose one, yeah, I don't know how you could argue, 6, but moving forward to video games, let's see what Jake has to say.
Yeah, it's been pretty quiet in the video game world. So just once again, shout out LeBron James for becoming the all-time leading scorer, and congrats to you. Just push that thing out as far as you can, and hopefully it lasts forever. And that's just a day that we NBA fans who watched will never forget where they were.
Thanks. In the music world, my boy DJ Scheme is gonna drop a song this Friday. Scheme has the Slump God's gonna be on it. I'm looking forward to tuning into that one, seeing what it's about. Besides that, all my artists have been quiet. So yeah.
Yeah, thanks for watching. See y'all on the next one.
Yep. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this, drop a like for us. We had a decent debate about LeBron and MJ. Leave a comment. Leave a comment on if LeBron passed MJ in the GOAT debate, and if he didn't, tell us why he didn't.
Yes.
Most importantly, though, y'all got a Gio.
Hey, like a wise man once said, make sure you guys subscribe. We'll see you on the next one. Peace.
Peace.